Okay, I was a top performing student in high school. Okay. And it's because of a system I have created for myself where I could study as little as possible and get a decent mark. That's right. I became very effective at studying after, you know, realizing I did not want to study hours a day, every day for the rest of my life because it makes me feel like crap. And so I've developed and devised this study strategy where you don't have to study that much, but you still get pretty good marks, bro. Okay, it took me a while to develop this. It's like took 2 years. So let's not have that for you. Let's actually make this very quick for you. I'm gonna tell you 4 steps to get better grades with less effort. Number one, find your weak points. That's right. So there are things in the topic, there are things in the subject, and there are things in what you're doing that you don't understand. Okay, you don't get it. It's just not. It's not up to scratch, per se. So you need to know what those are first and foremost before you can even deal with them. So defining what you are not good at comes through you going through a textbook, looking at the index and saying, I don't know what that means. I don't understand this section. Chapter 1.3, that is something I don't really know. And you literally write that down on a piece of paper next to you. Okay? You can go through PowerPoint slides that were provided by your teachers or lecturers as well. Do the exact same thing. Just skim through it and see the words you don't get. And let's say you're just self-studying. Let's say you're just on YouTube and looking at videos and stuff. What words do you not get? What phrases are they saying that are just confusing to you? Write that down. We're gonna now, in step two, figure out how to understand these weak points, how to make them more powerful within us, make them more solid. Okay. How you do that is, well, let's first go through what it's not. It's not just reading through the words again and again. That's not going to give you proper understanding. Understanding comes from levels of thinking, ways of thinking. Okay, the way I like to think of it is like this, right? You have questions that you ask, and these questions lead to understanding. So, the most important question you can ask when it comes to understanding is why? Why is it like this? Why did he say that? Why is this word here? Why is that there? Okay. What does why do? Why brings you deeper. It brings you deeper. So if you think about understanding as different levels, different levels of understanding. You are on the first level, right? And you can search the first level of understanding. You can find every little bit there by asking, how does he do this? What does he do? All this stuff. But when you ask, why does he do this? You go down a level, you go deeper. And there's even more questions you can ask, but on a different level. It's not surface anymore. It's not surface level questions anymore. These questions are going to be a lot deeper, but still they're on that one level, okay? Then you ask why again, and you go even deeper. And there's now more questions you can ask. This is something I do in my journal as well, because I like understanding life, brother, not just school. Okay, these are skills you can use in life as well. I ask why? Why did this happen? And when I do that, I go a level deeper. And often there more questions just come up. Okay, you said that was why? Okay, this is why, but how is that why? you know? What does it mean if that's why? You get different questions coming up, but on a lower, deeper level than the surface level stuff. And thinking about it like this in compartments, and in deepening thought, that's what gets the connections going in your brain. Because now you ask, what does it mean if it's like that? It connects you to different things. You ask, why is it like that? It connects you. It draws connection from other parts of knowledge that you already have. Okay. That was step two. It's understanding. It's asking why. You can also get understanding through going through the examples. Okay, they give you examples, oftentimes in textbooks. They give you little questions that you can do, and those will bring forth understanding because you need to think of it in a certain way. Okay, you need to develop your mind in a certain way to get those questions right. And yeah, that's step 2. It's understanding. Step 3 is now a very cool one. It's called past papers. That's all right. I know, very generic, okay? But if you're not doing past papers, what are you doing with your life? You're a bit dumb. Come on. Like, think about this. Past papers, it's the same environment as a test. You have the same questions, the same answers, or just similar questions and answers, and similar ways of thinking to get those questions and answers. It's like going through the examples, except real. Except this is actually what you're going to be tested on. It's not like small examples. It's proper stuff. When you go through the past papers, you literally can figure out the testing ground, the war zone that you're going to get into. It's like a simulation of the real test. Give yourself a timer for the amount of time you have to do it for in the real test, and just write that damn past paper. And when you do this, you see, oh, I don't actually understand this part. I thought I understood it. I don't get it. Oh, I understand this now. I went through that, so I can get that thing now. You're giving yourself practice in the right environment with the right ways of thinking, and you're seeing what you don't really understand properly in this framework of how you're thinking about it. Okay. And that is step 3. It's going through that past paper, seeing what you understand, what you don't. And now you can go to step 4, which is just repeat the damn process again. This is a constant iteration. And you just get constantly better and better and better during the test. Until you get to a test, you get to another past paper where you are now at an optimal level. You have done the past paper, a new past paper, and you've gotten the mark you wanted. 80%, 90%, sometimes even 100% if you're that inclined. But the point here with these tests is to be very, quick with it. Like honestly, do not do a past paper for 5 hours at a time, because that's not what it's going to be like in the test, and you'll just waste time. You'll get used to wasting time in a test environment. Just have it in the time allocation. Get as much as you can down, and look through that afterwards. So there we have it. That is exactly how you should study and get understanding and figure things out without wasting time. So, that being said, have a great one, brother. You got this. Study well, study hard. See you later.